Greetings, Sultanate of Oman. Today I'm joined by Dr. Jabar Yousif, who is the Associate Professor at the Faculty of Computing and Information Technology at Sahar University, and he has joined me here today to discuss his project related to renewable energy. Doctor, thank you so much for joining us today. Could you tell us about your research project and its objectives?
Thank you very much for the interview and the invitation. I'm very pleased to be with you, inshallah. Actually, we start from the meaning of the Oman Vision 2040 related to set the plan to produce at least the electrical energy to be clean and renewable sources. So we start this idea, and our project actually it is based on how to get the renewable energy, and we try to reduce the pollution in the domestic areas and obtain the clean energy at the lowest cost. And this is actually need to go through the many environmental factors such as the dust accumulation, temperature, the humidity, which is the affect the performance of solar voltaic modules. Our research is exploring the impact of the weather condition, and we need to test which is the best conditions for get the high performance of the production of the energy.
And how is the implementation process of your research project?
Yeah, as we set our objectives, which is we need to investigate the impact of the conditions, environmental conditions. So we start with the installing the voltaic technologies, and we start with the three technologies, which is the monocrystalline and polycrystalline and flexible monocrystalline. And we make this three technologies with the meaning of some of them three pairs. Some of them will be cleaned daily, and some of them will be kept dusty for 30 days, so we can examine the effects of the dust on the production. We start collecting the data after we install the project, and later we take these data and we do some meaning of the cleaning of the data, standardization of the data, which is we can use it later experimentally in some of the artificial neural network module, which can give me the curve of what it is the production, and we need to make the comparison with the experimental data, so later we can examine the condition which can affect the performance, which is go up or go down according to the meaning of the dust accumulation, to the meaning of the humidity and the other factors.
And what are the important findings of your research project?
The important finding of our research, actually, as we said, we collect data, and these data now with us, any of the other researchers, they can use it. The other things, we determine the best weather conditions for implementing the PV systems into hot conditions in Oman. So now we have the implementation of this one, and we can implement any system anywhere in Oman according to these examining factors. We, from our research project, we see the energy production or performance of the three modules, which is we mentioned previously. They achieve some of the production, which is less 1% from the others, especially those who is the dusty one, while the others, they achieve the normal percent of the production. We noted the dust, it is not only reduce the production of the power, but also it reduces the solar radiation, and this will affect on the performance of the solar panels and their productions. The project also proposed mathematical models, which can predict the future energy production for the lecturer, the researchers, for those who need to examine what it is the next or the future production, so they know exactly what it is needed for the future.
And were there any challenges when you were conducting your research?
As any project, there is no project with the challenge, and usually it is started with the comparison with the other studies is not easy because it is the difference of the condition implementation. That means because I cannot compare my data with data from the other places, and mostly there is a less number of studies which is related to the man in some of the places. So this is one of the challenge. The other, getting the research paper to maybe get the new methods, the new technologies. It is again it is not easy because some of them it is under the purchase, and the purchase you need to participate with them. The other challenge, it is related to the data center. There is no data center in Oman related to the renewable energy data. And the standardization of this data, again, it is another factor which is affect the meaning of the comparison or getting the results. So till now, there is no data center, and we try to make this data center, and I have now too many data, and I can share with the others. The other factors, my implementation, it is coming in some of the data which is coming in the COVID-19 last time when we started. It is 2022, and this is will affect on the long-term assessment.
Finally, what is the significance of your research project?
The significance of this research project, actually, it is fall in two categories. Some of them which is in the general and public significance, and some of them which is related to the implementation of the renewable energy and the awareness and the knowledge of the how to install the renewable energy. So the first, it is the project helps the decision maker to calculate the average time of renewable energy production, and they can compare it with the composition rate required over the time. As we said, we have the production modules. They can help them to reduce the future conditions so they can get this decision. The other things, the research project utilize the recent technologies, which is help to get the high performance and set the needed conditions for installing the renewable energy. Another factor, which is the cleaning and the standardization and validating of the environmental data. It is done using the recent technologies, and we can share this data with any researcher. They can use it in Oman. The other contribution, it is the development of the local people for providing them with the needed information related to the monitoring, the analyzing the weather condition and the effects. They can assess the effects on the PV modules productions. Besides, we can share the knowledge for installing a renewable energy system and determine the best condition in it to increase the efficiency of the production of the PV modules in any place in Oman. The benefits, which is the other for some researchers, they can use the produce simulation and the design methodologies and the mathematical production model, maybe to assess their modules, to assess their data, and maybe take it as the first point to start implementing the new modules. We develop a team of the researchers of Omanis who are aware for the needs of the environment in Oman and how they implement the renewable energy solar panels in Oman. The last, we published several research papers which they will share it with all the other researchers and identify the best conditions, identify the meaning of the challenge, the gaps of the research, which can help them to be the start point for their research.
That is all lovely, Doctor. Thank you so much for joining us here today. Listeners, there you have it. That was Dr. Jabar Yousif, the Associate Professor at the Faculty of Computing and Information Technology at Sahar University, and he discussed with us his project related to renewable energy. Doctor, once again, thank you so much for joining us here today.
Thank you very much again for your invitation, and I am very happy to be with you. And thank you very much for the nice question and informative question. Thank you.